So I was snacking on some catnip and browsing Twitter earlier this morning when I came across this glorious tweet from Cardano Buzz. And if you're not familiar, Cardano Buzz is like the Elon Musk of the Cardano ecosystem right now. And just like Elon Musk is doing Tesla and SpaceX, Neuralink, and the Boring Tunneling Company, and a couple other things, Cardano Buzz is also doing a ton of projects, and it feels like whatever he touches turns to gold. Cardano Buzz was the creator of CNFT.io, one of the earliest and one of the leading Cardano marketplaces right now. He's also the chief marketing officer for Pavia. And Pavia is Cardano's leading metaverse and a project that this channel is a big fan of. And so when Cardano Buzz posted about the Boss Cat Rocket Club earlier this morning, I definitely took notice. He tweeted just earlier on the morning of December 31st, and he said, "How sick do these look? Boss Cat Rocket Club rockets are brilliant." And this is all about the cats meeting the rockets. And he links to the rocket part of this project. And immediately what you can see is that there's going to be a wait list pre-sale on January 2nd. And now that's just a few hours away from when I'm recording this. It's on Sunday afternoon Pacific time. And then on Monday afternoon, January 3rd, is going to be the public mint. This is when anyone from the public is going to be able to mint and create these rocket parts. And then shortly after, they'll be available on the secondhand marketplaces like CNFT.io and JPG.store, which we'll tell you about in a little minute. And so if you're just wondering quickly, we actually introduced you to this project 2 weeks ago on December 17th. And what it is their first minting was a collection of 10,000 cat-styled NFTs. You can see some of them here. Really beautiful, really creative. We'll show you a few more examples later in this video. But 2 weeks ago, they created 10,000 of these, and you were able to mint them for 20 ADA. Right now, you can't buy one of these for less than 200 ADA. Well, actually, 195 ADA as I'm recording. So they've already done a 10x in price. The cheapest one of these is 195 ADA on the marketplaces. We were creating them for 20 ADA just a couple weeks ago. I know that a few of you on the channel were able to get some as well, and I think you've all been very happy with the price appreciation that you're enjoying. Now, the big thing that's happening is their second release. And what they're going to be doing is releasing 1,111 of these rockets. And the way it works is each rocket has 3 parts. And so they're going to be creating 3,333 total rocket parts. You can see that here. And that'll let you create 1,111 rockets. We'll walk you through the details of how this works. But I just wanted to highlight up front, there's going to be a pre-sale on January 2nd and a public sale on January 3rd. Some of the people listening may not be interested in NFTs or these graphics and how this all works, but some of you are. And for the people that are, I want to make sure that the viewers of this channel get the heads up and the early notice so that they can get ready and participate if they want to. If NFTs are not your thing, that's totally fine. This video is going to be all about Boss Cat Rocket Club because there's a lot to cover. And what I'll say is this will probably be one of our last NFT videos, at least for a week or two. I really want to get back to covering more of the DeFi, the Oracle, and the DEXs on Cardano. But I had to make an exception for the Boss Cat Rocket Club because this project has made a ton of progress. And there's a pretty big event happening just a few hours from now. And it's not right that any of you might miss out if you don't have the heads up. So this video is all about giving you that heads up. Now, getting back to Cardano Buzz's tweet, just absolutely beautiful artwork here of one of the rockets. I clicked through and took a deeper look at Cardano Buzz's profile, and he actually made a different tweet a few days ago on December 27th. And he posted this, that actually Boss Cat Rocket Club was in the #1 spot for trading volume over the last 7 days. That meant like over the last 7 days from December 20th to December 27th, Boss Cat Rocket Club was actually the most popular, the most heavily traded CNFT project in the Cardano ecosystem. Now that's pretty impressive. And they did over 500,000 ADA in volume, 642,000. Well, this data is from December 27th. So I wanted to try and get the latest data. I went over to OpenCNFT, and here it is. Boss Cat Rocket Club is still in first place here as the most heavily traded project in the last 7 days. But now it just ticked over 1 million ADA. They did 1 million ADA in trading volume in just the last 7 days. Now, a few days ago, that number was 642,000 in a 7-day period. And now it's 1 million in a different 7-day period. And so this is showing great acceleration in the trading volume of this project. It's beautiful to see. And it's kind of funny. I was recording this video maybe 20 minutes ago, And this number was at 999,000. And just in the last 5 or 10 minutes, it ticked over 1 million. And how cool is that to see? 1 million ADA traded. That's about 1.3, higher than 1.3 million US dollars in just 7 days. So digging into it a little bit more, the floor price, as I mentioned, is 195 ADA. 195 ADA is the cheapest version that you could buy. The cheapest cat you can get right now is 195 ADA. The price was 20 ADA 2 weeks ago. So it's done a 10x in 2 weeks for the cat version of the NFT. Now, a couple other data on here that are important to point out. 10,000 cat NFTs were minted. There were 10,000 of these cats created. And right now they've been spread out across 4,150 really owners. Now, some of these owners will have multiple wallets, and so it's not clear, like, if this 4150 number is actual humans. But, it's probably 3,000, at worst 2,000 humans maybe that own these cats, which is pretty good decentralization, right? If there's more than 1,000, if there's 2,000 that own these, it's going to be a little bit harder for these huge price changes to come that might be, kind of adversarial and we wouldn't want to see. Just like Cardano wants to see decentralization, we want our NFT projects to be decentralized as well. And now, Chilled Kongs is a beautiful project. I know there's a lot of really cool stuff that they're doing. We're going to talk about them maybe in the future, maybe in February, because we're taking a bit of a break from NFTs for a few days. But, this is a beautiful project. They minted 9,000 assets, but it's only distributed across 2,200 owners, about half as many as the Boss Cat Rocket Club, even though the minting amount is, more or less the same. 10% less were minted, but 50% less owners have the Chilled Kongs. And so this is hats off. This is a really cool signal for the Boss Cat Rocket Club. Now, they are doing a bit of a contest right now that they're going to be doing airdrops to wallets that have cats in them. And so there is an incentive right now for some owners of the Boss Cat Rocket Clubs to be spreading them out. But let's say that's instead of 4,000, it's maybe 3,500, maybe 3,000 owners. It's still a beautiful number to see here in terms of centralization. So good job, Boss Cat Rocket Club team. Now, clicking through, one of the things I like to look at first is actually the price history, the floor price history. And so if we go to 30 days here and move it to the daily chart, you can actually see this beautiful trend up. Very, very small dips, right? Some sideways, but no big up and down, not huge volatility on the floor price, just a steady, almost daily uptick, up, and to the right. This is that hockey stick growth that we love to see. If you're a venture capitalist looking to invest in a startup and you see a retention graph that looks like this, a growth graph that looks like this, you're going to get very, very interested. This is 10x growth in just 2 weeks, right? The chart doesn't go all the way to the left because it's only been here for 14, 15 days, December 17th. So this is beautiful. I can't wait to see what this looks like 2 weeks from now. And what's amazing is they're doing a new batch of releases, 24, 30 hours from now that you can participate in, but it's not more cats that are being released. It's a totally different style of NFT. And so we'll see if that causes the floor price to go up or down. If it was a bunch more cats, like 10,000 or 20,000 more cats, and all this new supply coming onto the marketplace, you could potentially anticipate a drop here. But it's a totally different release that they're doing. It's these rocket parts, not cat related really. And so there's the potential that this big release actually causes the floor price to go up. And so I'm really interested because there's interesting mechanics with the cats and the rockets coming. And so I'm interested to see what this graph looks like on Monday afternoon, on Tuesday afternoon. Maybe it'll go down, but the fact that it's not more cats being released, I think is a good sign. Now, what I like to do then is scroll down and just take a look at the texture and the context of the price and the sales. And one of the things I'm looking for here is there a lot of price kind of volatility? Is there a wide spread in the prices of these assets that are being traded? Because if you're trying to do trading, you're going to want to level up from like a cheap cat to a slightly more expensive cat to a medium expensive, and then all the way up to the higher tier of cats, like the really rare ones. And it's really hard to do that if all of the cats are priced at 200 and then you see some others at 1,200 and nothing in between. But if you take a look there, it's a really healthy price ladder. You've got some at 199 ADA, 200 ADA. 14 minutes ago, one was sold for 200 ADA. 2 hours ago, 250 ADA, 270 ADA, 305, 370. And so you can see this, these small steps of increments in the price. And if you're trying to do like a level up strategy and get more of the rare ones, this is evidence of a healthy market in order to be able to do that. If you're trying to flip real estate or other collectibles, this is how you can go from owning something cheap to leveling up over a period of a few hours or a few days. You can really see a really healthy ladder here. More 350, 300, 390. So that's a really, really good sign. That's what you want to see. Now, another thing I noticed when I was browsing here is this marketplace. A lot of them are being sold on jpg.store. Now, one of the reasons I think is because jpg.store has a slightly more updated smart contract functionality right now. I'm sure cnft.io is going to catch up. I mean, Cardano Buzz is a very smart man. He's a legend. So eventually cnft.io will have what jpg.store has. But right now they have some pretty cool functionality around royalties and other mechanics around authorizing the sale that are simpler. And so for now, a lot of these are happening on jpg.store. So let's click through and take a look. When you go to jpg.store's main page, it looks like this. And what you can see when you scroll down is one of the trending collections, one of the features collections. It's right here, Boss Cat Rocket Club. And it's up here next to these other leaders, Clay Nation, Chilled Kongs, Space Buds, right? Some of the most iconic CNFT collections, and Boss Cat Rocket Club is right there at the top. Clicking through, once again, you can see how many owners there are and the floor price, that beautiful 195. Just absolutely amazing. Now, one thing I really like about this marketplace, though, is that they've got the properties built into this. We showed you this before on cnft.tools, but now it's actually built into the marketplace here, which is absolutely great. Let's take a look. If I just want to take a look at the cats that have, let's see, what should we look for? Maybe cyborg fur. Then I can just click cyborg, and now I'm only looking at the cats with cyborg fur. And I can actually sort them by different ways and go by different sale type. I usually like to do buy now, and this will show me the ones that are powered by smart contracts that I can just buy right away, and it'll come to my wallet super, super easily. And so you can see that here, the prices for these cyborgs, again, really healthy variants, 350, 400, 500, and then a bit of a jump, but there's, different styles that you could do in between if you want to get rid of that filter. So, this is showing prices low to high, and you can see 199, 200, 209, 230, really, really good range. I haven't seen this in a project for a long time. 300, 333. Are there any 400s? Do I hear 400? Yes, I hear 400, 420. Do I hear any 500s? 500s going once, going twice. There it is. And so this beautiful, smooth graph of price history. We're into the 600s now, 700s. So you can imagine flipping your way up and up and up through the network of Boss Cat Rocket Club CNFTs all the way up, right? 1500, 1600. No 1700, but there's 1699, so that's pretty much 1700. And then now you're into like some of the really rare ones. And so if you want to do some trading, if you want to play around, this is what you want to see. And you can if there's certain designs that you like that you want to try and specialize in, or maybe the corner of the market, you can do that as well. I'm a big fan of the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther one is quite cool. And so you can do Pink Panther here, and then let's say Obsidian as well. And what this is going to do, it's going to show me all the ones that are Pink Panther and or Obsidian. Okay, so it's showing both Pink Panther or Obsidian in this list. But what I can do, let's actually turn off the sale type list. And if I choose a different category, right? So not fur, but let's say I'm going to do mouth, and I like the bubble gum. And so this is going to do an and condition now because it's a different category. It's a different type of property. And so if that makes sense, what this is doing here is it's showing us all Pink Panther or Obsidian and bubblegum, okay? And so just a heads up on that. If it's the same category, it's going to do an or condition. It's going to show Obsidian or Panther, but then we come into a different type, it's an and. So just a heads up on that. But just really cool. I love the pink bubblegum, and this is actually one of the ones I have. Full disclosure, I have 3 Boss Cats. They're not top 1,000. They're much lower, actually. But one of them it looks similar to this guy. I think I might have a different background, but I've got just a Pink Panther with the bubblegum. Actually, this might be the one I have, 8612. So yeah, I think this might be the one that I have. One cool thing is when you click through, you can see the price history here. And now this is going to be coming soon, but you'll be able to see the price history just on this one NFT. And the more people that are trading, the more interesting price history and trading history you're going to have on each individual cat. And one really cool thing is they also show you the percentage, right? I haven't seen this before. They show you like all the attributes and how rare that attribute is. And so you can see here it has a silver stud. That's pretty common. 11% of the cats have that. But the bubblegum mouth, only 2.8% have that. And Pink Panther, 1 in 50, only 2% have the Pink Panther skin. And so that's pretty cool. If you're shopping and you want to see like how rare one of these are, you can click through to there and take a look at the rarity of each property. Now, in terms of rarity, there's something else really, really cool I need to show you. And that's the rarity chart on the Boss Cat Rocket Club page. So if you come to the Boss Cat Rocket Club page, which is bosscatrocketclub.com, at the top right, you'll see a rarity chart. And this, again, shows you the rarity of each of the skins and the rarity of each of the eyes. You can see the rarity of the clothes here. But what's really cool is you can go to the ranking section in the header, and you can type in the number of the cat that you have. So if you buy one of these, let's say this one that we were looking at, this pink bubblegum one, this is number 8612. Each boss cat has a number. And number 8612, I can take that, put it in the ranking chart here, 8612, just like that. Let me zoom in so you can see. I just put 8612 in here and search, and I can see the rank. Okay, so this is rank 1739. This might or might not be the one I have. I know mine aren't top 1,000, and this isn't top 1,000, so it could be this one. But mine I thought might be a little bit lower. But anyhow, I'm actually pretty happy with 1739. It's not top 1,000, but it's good enough for me. And yeah, you can see the score of how it's generated, the rarity score, and then the rank based on the rarity score. So that's pretty cool. If you own a Boss Cat Rocket Club, just come in here, put in the number, and see what it is. And you know, maybe it's number 500. That doesn't mean it's a top 1,000. What you really need to do is type in the number. Okay, let's type in like, I guess 8,500. The rank is 3675. And so the number of the cat is not the same as the rank. Really important to know that. What you're going to want to do is take your number, go to the ranking section in the header here on the bosscatrocketclub.com site, put that into the search box, and then you'll see your rank. Super, super cool. So another thing I want to talk about, you know, in terms of their social growth, right? We started talking about the Twitter feed and the post from Cardano Buzz here. Let's actually take a look at their Discord, where you can see a lot more kind of social growth. Actually, let me move to this one here. And then let's just take a look at the text over here on the left. So as I mentioned, on January 2nd at 4 p.m. PST, there's going to be a pre-sale. This is for the waitlisted members. And I think the waitlist is closed now. So we're really looking at January 3rd. That's Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Pacific time. This is going to be the public sale for the rockets. Okay. But what's really cool here, you can see some of the growth that the project have seen in Discord. They've had 28.3 thousand members join their Discord. That's why there's so much tremendous growth. Over 28,000 people are in this Discord now. Just right now while I'm recording, 1,700 of them are online. The peak online was 3,400. And so what this is showing, there's tremendous engagement and activity by the users. Now remember, these aren't wallets, so we should believe that these should be like unique humans. And so there's 3,400 humans online at one time recently. Right now, 1.7 thousand. But look at that, 28,000 created. Absolutely amazing. They talked about how there were 20 ADA. They were minted. Right now, I talked about the floor being at 195, and it looks like the average price is 365. So from 20 to 365, that's almost a 20x, right? I think it's an 18x, a little bit more than an 18x, 1,800% growth in just 2 weeks. Totally nuts. Total volume traded 1.2 million ADA. We saw that on OpenSea NFT. And so this is probably including the marketplace value as well as peer-to-peer. It's over 1 million just on the marketplaces. So it actually might be higher. If you include peer-to-peer, this number might actually be 1.3 now, maybe even 1.4. So very, very good social interaction, very, very healthy engagement on their Discord. I think this is why we're seeing such amazing price growth from this project. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you as part of this part of the video, which is all about their social and their community engagement, they recently did a contest for community art. And I'll actually show you a couple examples of the community art that I saw. Take a look at this. This is a whole selection of potential merchandise that could be created with the Boss Cat rockets. And the team reminded us, if we own one of these Boss Cats, we have full copyright to that Boss Cat. We can use that Boss Cat on any merchandise. We can open up a coffee shop and plaster it all over the walls on every single cup. We have full copyright to that Boss Cat. They posted that in their channel. So important heads up there. And so how beautiful is some of this merch? A beautiful mask here. I love that obsidian skin. They've got a cheetah skin here on an iPhone sticker, the umbrella. Really, really nice designs here on the mugs. Very cool. This up here on the black hat, that's the official Boss Cat logo. I think that looks super slick on the hat there. And then some socks as well. I mean, these are just mock-ups right now, right? But these actually look pretty cool if they could pull this off. Right now, this jacket, something a little bit more, probably higher priced here, right? A beautiful zipper jacket here. Really, really cool with the laser eyes going off in each direction. And I love this blue, right? When I see blue, I think Cardano, and I love to see that. I like this white pearl earring, which we just saw about a little bit rare there. I think they said 11% maybe. So very, very cool. And they actually had a community art contest. I'll see if I can find the channel here. Yeah. So in this channel, there were a whole bunch of people posting their merch ideas. And so this just goes to show how engaged the community is. They created banners of the cats, in different parts of the world, the cats doing different things. Here's one of the cats going swimming, one of the cats doing space stuff. Who knows? But there's a bunch of other stuff. I saw these hoodies, which look pretty cool. A pinball machine, Boss Cat Rocket Club pinball, more clothing here. The notebooks, seed phrase wallet. Okay, that makes total sense. So you could write your Cardano 24-word seed phrase with a branded seed phrase sheet. That's very, very cool. A clock. Yeah, sure, a car. That'd be amazing. Some wine. Absolutely beautiful. Here's a branded cat. That's very, very cool. So the main message here is, the community is engaged, the community is active, and there's a kind of like this loyal fan base. They're really interested in the project. What's this? A cooler? Beautiful. And so, it's just a really healthy sign to see that the community, how big. Oh, here it is. Sunsu Kechon. There's some Korean there. Sunsu, huh? Some pet food. Beautiful jacket here too. So I wanted to show you this. This first part of the video is all about the story of the past to the present. The story of how Boss Cat Rocket Club went from 20 ADA floor and a 20 ADA mint price all the way up to 195 floor in 2 days. And so what I want to do now is pivot and talk about the future. We just did the past and the present. Now let's talk about the future of the Boss Cat Rocket Club. And the future is space. The future is rockets. The future is January 2nd. And the future is January 3rd. I'm going to grab a glass of water and we'll come back and talk about the Boss Cat Rocket Club rocket release. All right, so we've shared with you the stellar price history of the Boss Cat Rocket Club project over just the last 2 weeks. Straight up and to the right, flying into the sky like Elon Musk's Falcon 9 rocket. We've also shared with you the present state of the project and how they're seeing explosive growth in Discord with over 28,000 humans connected overall and 1.75 humans online right now. Just a really active, engaged community. In fact, right here, you can see a preview of the Sneak Peeks channel. We'll show you this a little bit more in a minute, but look at all the active engagement from the community. 429 rockets on this one. Over 500 on this one, just posted 2 days ago. So pretty amazing community engagement. That's the present story today. But what we want to do is pivot now to the future. And the future starts just a few hours from now. In fact, on January 2nd at 4 p.m. Pacific time, they're going to have a pre-sale for this new collection, this new rocket part collection that you're going to be able to buy. Now the pre-sale is complete. The wait list is complete as far as I understand. But the general public, like you and I'm not on the pre-sale, so I'll be waiting until Monday. The general public will be able to buy on Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that's January 3rd, 2022. 4 p.m. Pacific time, we'll be able to mint our own rocket parts. Minting means we can pay 35 ADA in order to get a rocket part delivered to us. Now, during the pre-sale, I think they've said the pre-sale people will be able to buy 2 rocket parts per wallet. I think the public might only be 1. I'm not sure. But if you have multiple wallets, you can buy multiple. If not, you'll be able to buy these rocket parts on cnft.io or jpg.store, which I think is where the team is preferring, at least for now, while we're waiting for cnft.io to add some functionality. So check out jpg.store. on Monday after 4 p.m. Pacific, and you should start seeing some rocket parts there if you're not able to mint any, a few minutes earlier at 4 p.m. Pacific. So what are these rocket parts all about? Well, the team has decided they're only going to make 1,111 of these rockets. Now remember, there's 10,000 cats. 10,000 cats, only about 1,000 rockets. So you can already see these rockets are going to be in pretty high demand. There's not as many rockets as there are cats. And the way it works, there's a really cool kind of collection, kind of gamification element to these rockets. The way it works is if you're not going to be buying like a fully assembled rocket. What you're going to buy is one of these 3 parts. And each time you mint, you'll have a chance to get either a solid rocket booster NFT or an external fuel tank NFT or an orbiter NFT. You'll get one of these 3 every time you pay 35 ADA. And so you can imagine that in order to build a full rocket, you'll need one of each. You need to have 1 rocket booster and 1 fuel tank and 1 orbiter to make a rocket. But they also have to be of the same theme, the same look and feel. And so you can see down here the fully assembled rockets. They have, I guess there's about maybe 40 or 50 here listed. This is the full set. You can see it on their website at bosscatrocketclub.com. And just go to the rocket section in the header. You can see all the rockets here. And so let's say you want to try and assemble this orange emblem rocket. Well, there's 10 of these rockets that are going to be available, which means there's going to be 30 rocket parts available. And in order to assemble this, you're going to need to get this orange, the emblem rocket external fuel tanks. You'll need to get the emblem rocket orbiter, and you'll need to get the emblem rocket boosters. All 3 have to be of the same design in order to be assembled. And so that means there's going to be lots of interesting trading back and forth. You might have 2 of these, but need the other piece. Maybe you'll have the rocket boosters and the fuel tank, but you need the orbiter. But maybe you have a different orbiter. You might have this Tiger skull rocket orbiter over here. And so you're going to want to be trading back and forth. It's going to create a lot of interesting activity, I think, this interesting mechanic of trying to assemble the right set. It feels like a Pokemon game or something like that. I'm really excited to see how it plays out. Now, they've got numbers down here, and that'll give you a sense of the rarity. There's going to be 12 of these kind of silverish emblem rockets, only 8 of the black ones, okay? The white marble, they're calling it. There's 12. Black camo, only 8. And so you can get a sense of how rare each of the designs are going to be. This logo one that's black is going to be only 8. But take a look at these. These are so beautiful. I love the Burmese one. Being a blue cat myself, I love the blue cat on these ones. Maybe the yellow amber Burmese. That looks beautiful to me. There'll be 15 of those. And now if I want to build this, I'm going to have to try and get all 3 parts that match this design. If I get this green one, that won't help me to build the yellow one. I'm going to have to trade it to get the 3 yellow ones in order to build a rocket. I haven't seen any rockets that allow you to be assembled from mismatched parts. You'll need to get the same design. And so that'll be fun. That'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Look at this mutant rocket here. Okay, there's 25 of those. Candy, I do like the bubblegum. This magenta haze candy bubblegum one looks pretty cool. The gentleman rocket got his nice cigar in the mouth. Then you get down to some other really, really cool ones. Perfect Cell, Tomcat, Blue Magic. So Blue Magic is a legend. Blue Magic is one of the founders, one of the creators of this whole Boss Cat Rocket Club project. Blue Magic is also an owner of this Bored Ape here. And so he's learned a lot of the stuff that the Bored Ape Yacht Club project has done, and he's bringing over that knowledge, that expertise to this Boss Cat Rocket Club project. And so that's the Blue Magic rocket there. As a blue cat myself, I'm definitely going to try and go for that one too. So sorry, Blue Magic. I might try and steal one of these. I'll leave 19 for you, but I'm going to try and get one of these beautiful denim Blue Magic rockets. That might be near the top of my list. Then they've got one for Bitcoin here. They've got an Ethereum design, 3 Ethereum designs. Cardano, of course, beautiful. I love this Cardano white one. There'll be 32 of those. Doge, okay, we love all animals, even the Doges, the Shiba Inus. And then ADA punks. Now that's interesting, right? Interesting to see another project here. And I love that. I love to see the projects collaborating and working together like that. That makes me think this project has a healthy future if they start to do collaborations and build these relationships. You know, those are less ephemeral. It starts to build some structure around the project. I love to see that. And then Golden Boss rocket. Look how baller, how amazing that is. All gold. I think that'll be really popular. One thing is there's 16 of these, and so it's not crazy rare. I mean, there'll be 16 of these Golden Boss rockets. Have we seen anything else that'll be less? Yeah, look at this one. The Bitcoin is only going to have 13 here, the black Bitcoin. Mind you, if you count all three variants, yeah, there'll be more Bitcoin because there's only one type of Golden Boss rocket. But still, there'll be 16. And so, you know, there's a decent chance. There's only 1 in 8 chance you can get this DMT, very cool, DMT rocket. The brushed aluminum one, there'll be only 8 of those. And so there'll be more golden rockets. Wow, only 5 of this gold gentleman rocket. This is probably the most rare one. Now, there's other gentleman rockets, though, so keep that in mind. But 5, I think that's the lowest number I've seen. So these are the rockets. And so what we're going to be doing tomorrow, what I'll be doing on Monday in the public sale is trying to get a couple of these pieces. Hopefully they'll match. They probably won't. And then I'll have to go on to cnft.io, or preferably I'll probably be on jpg.store just for a couple weeks. I think we're waiting for cnft.io to add some functionality. So I'll be on jpg.store trying to trade these and trying to get a full set. So that's my plan. I'm going to have fun with it. I want to show you a little bit more of the art, though. This is a zoomed-in version of what the solid rocket boosters look like. So there'll be one on each side, and the fuel tank is in the middle, and then the orbiter, the kind of shuttle spaceship-looking orbiter, sits on top. Just beautiful. Very, very cool. And then this is one of the orbiters. I think that's one of the trippy. I think they're calling this trippy style. That's the trippy fur. So that's the trippy orbiter, and it'll be sitting on top of the fuel tank. How cool is that? And so this could be one of the NFTs you get. And this isn't a fully assembled rocket. This is the orbiter, but then you also need the big fat fuel tank underneath and then the rocket boosters on the side. Here's another orbiter. Really, really cool. Love that. I love this orange. And there you go. Now here's a look at a few assembled rockets, right? Here's a fully assembled trippy rocket. So it has 3 parts. And so to get this, you'll have to get 3 of the NFTs that have this design. Just beautiful. Look at the cyborg skin here. I think that's what that is. The laser eyes. Truly remarkable. I love the bubble gum. I could go for this one too. If I get one of these, I might try and get the other 2. It'll be hard. It'll be hard. This is going to be interesting. I think some of these parts are going to fly up in value. I think the mechanics of having to get a set are going to be really interesting. Look at the blue. This is very Cardano feel. I mean, I don't know. If I get one of these, I might just go for these. I'd be so happy to have one of these rockets fully assembled. Take a look at the gold one. Now, a lot of people are excited about the gold one. I mean, I think it's super cool, but I don't see a cat on it. I want a cat on it. I mean, call me, you know, I don't know, not selfish, but what is it? Vain? Call me vain, a high degree of vanity. But let's get some cats on these rockets. I love these ones with the cats. I don't think I'm going to go for the gold one. If I get a gold part, I'll try and trade it for something with a cat on it. Come on. Look at this. This is gold with cat. Okay, now we're talking. Look at the cigar in his mouth, the gentleman. Very, very cool. There's a different one, a tomcat. Looking good. How cute is that? And the Cardano, zoomed in. Beautiful Cardano rocket. Yeah, I would love to have this one. This might be one of my... I would make an exception. There's no cat on here, but I'll make an exception for the Cardano logo. 100%. How beautiful is that? And so this gold one, you can see on the right here, this is showing that this gold rocket has these 3 NFTs that built it up. The rocket boosters, the external fuel tank, and then the orbiter. The rocket boosters, external fuel tank, and then the orbiter on top. And so from what I understand, you'll need all 3 of the same set, all 3 of the same design. So those are the rockets. One more time, they're 35 ADA each for each of the pieces, okay? There's going to be 3,333 pieces. That'll make 1,111 possible rockets. And each of the pieces costs 35 ADA at minting. I think the price will, I mean, it's just speculation, but I don't think it'll stay at 35 in the secondary market, but we'll see. And so Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific is when the minting starts. And, I'm not optimistic that I'll even be able to mint. I think it's going to sell out really quick, and that's okay for me. I'll be probably on jpg.store trying to get the exact styles that I want, right? I'm going to see if I can get the exact styles that I want. And I don't know, if there's two of the same style, I have a feeling that's going to go super quick. This is going to be really interesting to see. I have a feeling maybe pretty soon there won't be many on the marketplace. People will be trading them somehow. It's going to be really interesting. And so this is happening in a few hours from now. Now, I do want to show you, if you're interested, you can go back into their Discord. There's a sneak peeks channel, and you can go in here and see more of these designs. I just finished showing you a few of them, but you can go in here and see them and see all the engagement. Here's Blue Magic that I was telling you about. Blue Magic owns one of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and he's really been one of the leaders, one of the founders of this Boss Cat project. So shout out to Blue Magic, and just look at all the community engagement on these posts that he's making. Absolutely incredible. That's been a lot of information about the Boss Cat Rocket Club. Let me know what you think. Which of these rockets are you interested in? Which of the rockets look cool? Are you guys going to be going after the Bitcoin one? Do some of you like this shark-based one? I like that hot pink color, amaranth pink they're calling it. Look at this one here, Hell's Fire mutant rocket. So let me know in the comments, are you interested in the rockets at all? And if so, what rocket design is the most attractive to you? I'd love to hear that. What rocket do you think looks the coolest? And are you guys going to participate? Let me know. Are you excited about the public mint? And what do you think of this project? Anyhow, I'm rambling a bit. It's been a long weekend. It's been a long year. I hope everyone has a great start to 2022. I really hope this is a great year for all of us. Thank everyone for participating in the channel, participating in the comments section. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I probably won't have another NFT project, at least for a week, but maybe sometime next, in January 8th, January 9th, maybe we'll do one. But now that the holidays are over, going to slow down just a little bit on the NFT projects. But I wanted to talk about this one. All right. Thanks for watching. Meow.